And it's what my cutie mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. What my cutie mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. And it's what my cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. What my cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me.
Animals don't listen, no, not one little bit. They run around out of control and throw their hissy fits. It's up to me to stop them, 'cause plainly you can see it's got to be my destiny.
Try to keep them laughing, put a smile upon their face. But no matter what I try, it seems a bit of a disgrace. I have to entertain them, it's there for all to see. It's got to be my destiny.
And it's what my cutie mark is telling me.
It's what my cutie mark is telling me.
And it's what my cutie mark is telling me.
Mark is telling me.
Cutie mark is telling
It's
me.
what my cutie mark is telling me.
me.
Mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. What my cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Mark is telling me.
Looky here at what I made, I think that it's a dress. I know it doesn't look like much, I'm under some distress. Could y'all give me a hand here and help me fix this mess? My destiny is not pretty.
I don't care much for picking fruit and plowing fields ain't such a hoot. No matter what I try, I cannot fix this busted water chute. I've got so many chores to do, it's no fun being me. But it has to be my destiny.
I'm in love with leather patterns, but the authors have concerns. So I just gave them frostbite over top of their sunburns. I have to keep on trying, for everyone can see it's got to be what my cutie mark is telling me.
Mark is telling me. It's what my cutie mark is telling me.
And it's what my cutie mark is telling me.
Mark is telling me.
Cutie mark is telling
It's what my
me.
cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. What my cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling what my cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling what my cutie mark is telling me. And it's what my cutie mark is telling me. And it's what my cutie mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. What my cutie mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. And it's what my cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. What my cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me. Cutie mark is telling me. Mark is telling me.
Animals don't listen, no, not one little bit. They run around out of control and throw their hissy fits. It's up to me to stop them, 'cause plainly you can see.
So what you just saw was a speed paint of what my cutie mark is telling me from My Little Pony season 3, the end of season 3, and it shows the cutie marks. I used hearts for Fluttershy, balloons for Pinkie Pie, diamonds for Rarity. I'll use. Oh, I haven't put the apple thing for Applejack yet. Sorry. Apples for Applejack. And a rainbow's cute dashes cutie mark for Rainbow Dash to represent Rainbow Dash. and Twilight's cutie mark for Twilight. And that weird shape thing for Twilight. So, this has been my first official speed paint. That's a speed paint. Like, the whole drawing was drawn in speed. The whole drawing was drawn in speed. Unlike what I normally do, I speed up parts of the drawing. So this is the full drawing. So in the episode, Twilight casts a spell that changes all the cutie marks. So Rainbow Dash has Fluttershy. Fluttershy has Pinkie Pie. Rarity has Rainbow Dash. Applejack has Rarities. Pinkie Pie has Applejacks. Rarity has Rainbow Dashes, and Twilight's normal. So this is what happens in the episode. Is their cutie marks get swapped, and they finish the episode by their cutie marks being back to normal. I may draw a normal cutie mark version. I may draw a normal cutie mark picture, but I'm not doing that today. Of their human forms. So this is what they'd look like as humans to me. It's Pinkamina, Applejack, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, Twilight, and Rarity would look like to me in human form. Unlike the Equestria Girls, which pretty much changed everybody's mind. Which pretty much changed everyone's mind about how ponies would look in the human world. But I still think they'd look. I think they'd look different than they did in Equestria. Than they did in Equestria Girls, because Equestria Girls was not in the same. Was apparently still not in the same dimension, because it couldn't have been, because they had abnormal skin colors. So really, really abnormal. Like that, she would be blue. Like she's blue, she's yellow, she's orange, she's pink, she's white, and she's purple. I know, it's pretty weird, isn't it? So yeah, this is a version of my version of what my cutie mark is telling me. Twilight's a bit far in the background because she doesn't know what's going on. She's just sticking out from behind there, and eventually if I did this in animation, she'd eventually walk up and look at what's going on. So for now, this is what my cutie mark is telling me. Rainbow Dash isn't enjoying it. Fluttershy is not. It is trying to make people laugh, but failing. Applejack and Pinkie Pie are really scared about their thing, and Rarity is screaming, and Twilight doesn't know what's going on. So that's what my cutie mark is telling me. And look up the song if you would like to hear it. And yeah.